Very good afternoon, students. Today we are going to start our new chapter, Lost Spring from Flamingo, written by Annie's Young. This is a story about stolen childhood. Lost means we know, and spring. Spring is the name of a season, season of colors, season of beauty, season of flowers, and season of happiness. So, this happiness, this color, when this is faded or stolen from childhood, how can be the childhood you can imagine. So this story we are going to read today is about the stolen childhood. When children are subjected to work, to labor, when they lost their childhood, they are bound to lose their childhood. Actually, first I will give you an introduction of the author. Then there will be a short introduction of the chapter. The summary will be provided in form of file. Then the question answers will also be provided for comprehending the chapter more. Okay, so let's start. This story, as I said, is written by a famous short story writer, Annie Young. She was born in Rourkela and spent her childhood and adolescence in Hyderabad. Okay, she received her education in Hyderabad and in the United States of America. She began her career as a writer in India. She has been an editor and columnist for major newspapers in India and abroad, and has authored many books. So she was a columnist, she was an editor, and she worked in India as well as in abroad, and she has authored many books. The following means this chapter is an excerpt from her book titled Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood. Okay, here she writes about the utter poverty. Just emphasize on the words utter poverty and tradition, which forced these children to a life of exploitation. So their life was exploited. They did not get any privilege, they did not get any facilities, rather they were indulged in this sort of life. Annie Jang highlights the utter destitution of rag pickers of Simapuri and the bangle makers of Firozabad. So here two stories we will find. First one of Simapuri, where the rag pickers, the story of rag pickers, and the second one is of the bangle makers of Firozabad. They can be seen loitering around near the heaps of garbage to find a rupee note or a coin or something that they can sell. They have no school to go to. They have no school to go to. They are neglected by society as well as by their parents. For most of us, they do not seem to exist. So they did not have the privilege to go to school. They did not have any sort of good memory. They are neglected by society, and they are neglected by their parents as well. And for most of us, what happens to them? They are unknown. That it seems that they do not exist. So the ragpickers families in Simapuri came from Bangladesh because their fields were washed away and they were forced to starve. Okay, they have come from Bangladesh. Their fields and their all the properties were taken. It was washed away, and they were forced to starve. Means they were without food. The other part of the story deals with the unenviable lot of the poor bangle makers of Firozabad. They have been traditional bangle makers, means from their father means everyone was bangle makers. They are poor, illiterate, and fatalists. They cannot alter their lot. They cannot alter their fate. They cannot change it. They find themselves caught in the web of middlemen and moneylenders who are supported by law enforcing authorities, and they live in filthy and squalor. About 2000 children help their parents in bangle making. Just imagine. So, well, I hope you can communicate now why this story is called Lost Spring. Okay, so these children were indulged in this sort of risky work to help their parents. Though this type of child labor is illegal, yet it goes on unabated. This sort of child labor is illegal, right? But these are going on even nowadays. Also, we can see in many places poor people, those who are unprivileged, those who are not having sufficient money, they are working. The children are working. So these things are happening till date, we can find. Okay, then one of the children, Mukesh, wants to give up his work. Mukesh, one of the children, okay, he wanted to give up, means to just leave his work. He dreams to be a motor mechanic, but he will have to cross a few hurdles before he can realize his dream. So here at least one child we can find, he thought of changing his profession. He thought of doing something uh, better, okay, better in life. He want to be a motor mechanic, but to reach that goal he had to cross few hurdles, few obstacles. Okay, then he can realize his dream. At least he thought of it. That is a great thing. So here this is just an introduction of the stories. Here the author Anish Jung will give first person narrative style. He will give the description and the explanation when he met with these children. Okay, after this just short introduction, you will have been provided with a summary. Okay, so just wait till then and just try to understand the introduction, and you must have to read the entire story for understanding each and every line. And how the story starts: sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage. This is written in bold letters, you see, and in inverted comma. Why do you do this? I ask Sahib, whom I encounter every morning scrounging for gold in the garbage dumps of my neighborhood. Sahib left his home long ago, said amidst the green fields of Dhaka. His home is not even a distant memory. There were many storms that swept away their fields and homes, his mother tells him. That's why they left, looking for gold in the big city where he now lives. This is how the story starts. Now you will have to read the entire story. After knowing the introduction of the story, you have already got it. And then read the summary, then go through the entire story, right? So this much is for today, and please go through it. Okay, good day.